I'm trying to explain this to you. That stupid symbol, the peace sign that people used to run around doing all the time. Or this thing this Mayweather guy's doing where they do the kiss and then they put that out. It's just a kiss of fucking death. Because the two fingers, okay, represent tubal cain. But they break it down to the word two-ball Cain. That was Cain, the guy in the Bible. You got to know the one guy that killed his brother, right? And then God said, hey, you fucked up. You're off the team. Beat it. Okay? So his contention was, fuck it. If I'm already doomed, I'm just going to do everything I can to fuck shit up. Basically, the storyline. His kid was Tubal Cain. He's the one that made iron and all of that crap. He's the one that has the cube in the UN prayer room. Because that thing is in defiance of the Creator. That's what that represents, and that's the whole Saturnian thing. The two fingers that you see here, right there, it's the same two fingers that Nixon put up. It's the same two fingers that they were putting out in the 60s going peace and love, when it really represents hate, murder, disgrace, theft, everything but that. Okay? When you see this 007 logo, what they do is it's this like this. It's the two ball, because they remember they reference everything with sex. So it's two ball and the 7. You ever seen a walking stick? Two ball cane. Two ball cane is this guy. Incidentally, isn't it nice that they put him in a hexagon? Okay, so that's your two ball cane. Notice that one of the recent Bond films, Skyfall, well, that's in reference to the fall of light. The name is anyway. I didn't see it. And if that isn't enough, the colors here, when Pierce Brosnan played it, why would you sit him in those colors? Well, because the computer, when it breaks this down into binary information, it can't lie. So it's showing you the colors that are associated with Tubal Cain and this whole farcical bullshit that they fucking gotten everybody to follow along with. So 007 is two ball cane. So, they reference it to two balls and a penis. Two ball cane. But they write it out as 007. What was 007's job? Well, he worked for the fucking crooks. But in the movies, he's working for the good guys to save the world. But really what he's doing is he's pushing the world to keep it under control the way they want it. This idiot standing up here, look at what it says. Look at what it says on his shirt. The money team. Well, of course it's the money team, because it's all about currency. It's all about the money team. This shit is ludicrous when you even can get a little bit of it. You'll start to see the whole world in a whole other way. None of this is about love and peace. It's about disorder and theft and murder and pillaging and fucking the next guy over next to you. It isn't about love thy neighbor and all of that stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with it. That shit only exists in fairy tales. That ain't what this place is about. It's nice to think of that. But then if that was the truth, houses would be made out of graham crackers and you could eat them instead of paying a mortgage on them. It doesn't work that way. This is garbage. It's bullshit. Everything here is fucking unholy. There ain't nothing good here. The only good is inside you. That's it. That's it. That is it. All this love and peace and let's all work together to build a better tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Because there's nothing new under the sun. So you can't build a better tomorrow. And you can't fix yesterday. It just is, we're just fucked in the same day that it's always been. I told you. They bullshit you and make you think that time has moved ahead by giving you a new car every year. And people go, oh, that's a 2016. But yet they've got a fucking 500,000-year-old emblem on the front of it. Well, if they're using the same emblem, it means it's the same club. And if it's the same club, they're probably playing by the same rules. And if they're playing by the same rules, you ain't been included in those rules. And in that game, you're not a member. You don't understand what's going on. or at least you're not supposed to. Okay? It isn't by chance the tubal Cain is set in a hexagon. Okay? It isn't by chance that Cain murdered his brother. That's what all this shit's about. It's all about theft. You know, and they try and make everything cutesy butsy, never stepped in dog poop, all that bullshit. Never used Clearasil, always had a clean room. No. It's filth, it's murder, it's disgusting, it's lewd, lascivious. Look at how TV's gone. Look at the cartoons. I mean, even the mainstream ones, they're just nothing but vulgarity. I mean, it isn't even bordering on, oh, that's, you know, suspect. It's right in your fucking face. It's like I said, when people didn't ask questions, this is how this place got to be the way it is. Okay, go back 20 years ago. It wasn't like this in the 80s. It was starting to get kind of fucking kooky around 1985, but it wasn't like this. Then go back, you know, into the 60s. If you would have acted anything like what you see on TV today, you'd have been beat in the street, and the cops wouldn't have done nothing about it. Today, you say that you're going to beat somebody, you get arrested. Do you understand how this is all swinging? How it's all fucking, it's flipping. You know, yes, yeah, it's always been corrupt. But it was easier to live with the corruption when it was under the table. Now this shit's just coming out on top of the table because it's flipping. For lack of a better word, the system is flipping. It's going from a positive to a negative. And so it basically, all the evil's going to rise to the top, and then everybody's going to see shit for what it is. You know, there won't be anything hidden. None of the secret society crap is all going to be out on the table. Biblically, it says, you know, in those days, knowledge will be greatly increased. Well, that's what all of this is the internet. You can go find anything. If you're willing to look, you can find that they're not hiding it, or they wouldn't be throwing it around like that. They just know that most people won't take the time to look. And for those that do, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. Congratulations, you figured it out. Now fuck off. Really, that's, you know, they don't send out hitmen to shut you up because you figured something out. They know that you can't do anything about it. So you know, goody for you. You figured it out. Who cares? This is for you personally. That's the only person that's ever going to mean anything is to you personally. You're not going to change the world. You will not convince your family. You'll be damn lucky if you convince any of your friends. This is basically for you. So that's just the way you got to deal with it. And you'll find out very quick when you start trying to show people this stuff, either you're born with the propensity to want to know this stuff or you're not. There's not anything in the middle like, well, it is kind of interesting and I'd like to look into it later. Look, people are either into it or they're not. You either like rock and roll or you don't. It isn't, well, I like it sometimes. No, you either like it or you don't. People are drawn to this stuff because they have a natural yearning for understanding of things. Other people don't want anything to do with it and they just write it off. So this type of stuff here that you're learning and that you're learning from other people, it's just good. It's good for you. And then you take it and you apply it and you can look at news stories and you can laugh. And we see the codes in the news and we know they're bullshit, or at least we know that there's, you know, organizations behind that are doing this stuff. So you're not completely helpless. You can't change it, but at least you understand who's doing it and partially why anyway. And so, you know, this Mayweather dude fucking doing this like he's kissing to the crowd. He's telling them, fuck you. He's on the money team. We made our money. Fucking, we're going home, you fucking idiots. What'd you pay us for? Dumb shits. So, you know, biblically, that's why I keep telling you, if you read the stories, Cain murdered his brother. He got cast out. Tubal Cain picked up his dad's trade by making weapons to murder other guys. He worked with iron. He was an ironsmith. That big cube in the UN prayer room that's black is made out of iron ore. Okay? That's the whole Saturnian thing. That's why it's in this hexagon design. All they're doing is they're telling their buddies in this picture, yeah, that's Tubal Cain and that's our logo. And we're tied to this whole Saturnian brotherhood or whatever. The Brotherhood of the Bell. Do you understand? The colors here don't lie. ask yourself, use critical thinking. Why would an artist use a filter to shoot this guy in black, yellow, and purple? Well, if you know the story and what this is all really about, it fits in absolutely perfect. It's explainable just by looking at it for a split second. You know, other people go, well, I don't know, maybe it was for effect. It wasn't for effects because they're telling you the truth. So when you see 007, you understand it's two-ball Cain, but his real name is Tubal Cain, T-U-B-A-L, Tubal. Tubal. Ball is bell. Two bells. Do you understand? Once you understand that story, it's only one story. It's just always rewritten and tried to be disguised as another story, but it's always the same. It's always the same. It's just different characters, different times, different places, different circumstances, but it always comes out to the same. The money team. Goofy fuck. You know, all glory is fleeting. All glory is fleeting. Guy thinks he's a badass today. Tomorrow he'll be 60 years old and an old man on the street. So all this, the money team, and we're this and we're that. All glory is fleeting. It's here and then it's gone. Women, they're, you know, they see their looks one day, it's just gone. And they go, what the fuck happened? I used to be so good looking. Now I'm just older. Guys too. It happens. The money team. Big deal.